Dear students, today we are going to discuss the fourth chapter of history. The chapter name is Opposition to British Rule in Karnataka. In this chapter, we shall discuss about Hyder Ali and Tippu Sultan, Dondiya Wagh, rebellion of Amarasulla, rebellion of Bedas of Halagali, rebellion of Kitturu. Especially we are going to discuss about the Kitturan Chennamma and Sangol Rayana, and finally we are going to discuss about rebellion of Surapura. The history of Karnataka goes back more than 2 millennia. In Karnataka, several great empires and dynasties have ruled and have contributed greatly to history, culture and development of Karnataka. The present Karnataka was scattered among various principalities before integration, which means before unification of Karnataka, there was no shape or cashewnut for Karnataka map, and it was under the control of many kingdoms. For example, some part of Karnataka was under the control of Marathas, some parts under the control of Nizams of Hyderabad. Like this, Karnataka was not united. During that time, British started to dominate over in Karnataka. Apart from establishing political supremacy during the later part of 18th century, the British exploited the people in agriculture and trade in order to protect their own interest. Means British, you know that British came to India for trade and they came to know the weakness of the Indian rulers. Then they started to exploit the people. These exploitations created insecurity across Karnataka, even though local kings suffered insecurities. As a result, rebellions means revolt against the British happened in most of the Karnataka. Means the Jamindars and the local rulers battled against the British individually without attaining unity among them. The local rulers, Jamindars, farmers and all, they also fought against the British because of their exploitation. Hyder Ali and Tippu Sultan put forth a strong opposition to the British by utilizing the strengths of their Mysore kingdom. When Hyder Ali came to power as a de facto ruler of Mysore and his son also, they started to put strong opposition to the British by their army. The political developments that emerged during 1761 to 1799 are very important. There was an important opposition mounted against the British rule in India. From 1761 to 1799, we can see 4 important wars which happened between British and Mysore army during the time. Let me discuss about the Hyder Ali. In the 18th century, in Indian history is considered as the century of political problems. There are many reasons for this. The death of Aurangzeb. As you know that Aurangzeb was the last one of the prominent Mughal ruler. When he was alive, whole part of South India was under his control. But in 1707, he was died. After the death of Aurangzeb, Mughal empire weakened. As a result, the Mughal lost political control over South India and a lot of political struggles took place in Carnatic region. Before this, the death of Chikkadevaraja Odair in 1704 created the various political challenges in Mysore state. Until he was alive, there was no any problem in Mysore kingdom, but after his death, created the problems of succession and administration. All these developments clouded the politics of Mysore. Hyder Ali gained prominence in this scenario of uncertainty that clouded over the Mysore and Carnatic region. At the beginning, Hyder Ali joined or started his career as a horseman in the Mysore under the minister of Nanjaraja and Devaraja. Nanjaraja and Devaraja, both of them were the ministers of Krishna Devaraja II. When Krishna Devaraja Odear was the king of Mysore after the death of Chikka Devaraja Odear, he was not capable, his ministers were having control over Mysore. So this minister appointed Hyder Ali as the horseman. Later on, he became the head of the Mysore army. Even though he was a man of great energy, determination, and possessed a keen intellect, in the year 1755, he was appointed as a Paujar. Here, Paujar means army commander of Dindigal, and he set up Mysore. He set up an arsenal, means weapons factory, in Dindigal with the help of French. When he appointed horseman, later on he appointed as the Paujar, means army commander. During that time he set up an arsenal factory, means weapons factory at Dindigal with the help of French. When he was the head of the army, he protected Mysore kingdom, which means he protected Devanali port from the Nizams of Arcot. When he protected Devanali port from the side of Mysore army, he won the arts of soldier and he became famous as the Nawab Hyder Ali in a short time. Later on, Hyder Ali came to know the weakness of the Dalawais, means the prime ministers of Mysore, and he sidelined the king Krishnaraja Odear II and established control over the administration, and the Nawab of Arcot, Marathas and Nizams of Hyderabad were fighting to establish their supremacy over each other and also to preserve their political existence. When he became the de facto ruler of Mysore, the Marathas, Nizams of Hyderabad, Nawab of Arcot, they were trying to capture Mysore. They were trying to show their supremacy over in Mysore region. Even though the British and French were attempting to exploit these divisions for their own benefit. You know that British, French, Dutch, even though Portuguese, they came to India for trade. Among them, British and French, now they are trying to attempting to exploit these divisions for their own benefit. Let us know more about the Anglo-Mysore wars that took place during the reign, in the period of Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. In this backdrop, we shall discuss now the first Anglo-Mysore war. What are the reasons for the first Anglo-Mysore war and the events and the result of the first Anglo-Mysore war? This war started in 1769 and ended in 1769. The prominence gained by Hyder Ali in South was not tolerated by the British, Marathas and the Nizam of Hyderabad. The reasons are very simple for the Anglo-Mysore war, that British, Marathas and Nizams of Hyderabad, they not tolerate the power of the Hyder Ali. Hence, the British started devising cunning plans to defeat Hyder Ali, whom they saw as impedance for the expansionist ideas. You know that British came for trade. Later on, they came to know the weakness of the Indian rulers and they decided to capture whole part of country for their beneficial purpose. Now, they saw as impedance for the expansionist ideas, that too from Hyder Ali. Though Hyder Ali suffered a lot due to the Marathas' aggression, he made attempts to have Marathas and Nizams of Hyderabad on his sides with little success. Even though Hyder Ali tried to make good relationship with the Marathas and Nizams of Hyderabad, in that he got little success. The British entered into an agreement with the Maratha and the Nizams of Hyderabad against Hyder Ali. Between them, a tri-party alliance emerged. Tri-party means three-party. One is British, Marathas and Nizams of Hyderabad. But Hyder Ali was uneducated, but even though he was having good knowledge regarding military and all, so with his manipulative ideas was successful in breaking the alliance. He also created enmity and distrust among the Marathas, Nizams of Hyderabad and British. At the same time, political disturbance emerged in Arcot in 1769. You know that the reasons for the first Anglo-Mysore wars are very simple. They are: Hyder Ali wanted to overthrow the British from south as well as from India. He tried to unify the small kingdoms from south against British but failed. As a reaction, British formed trio-party means tripartite. Tripartite means trio-party, three-party alliance with the Maratha and Nizams against Hyder Ali. But Hyder Ali was uneducated, but he was very clever. By using his diplomatic skills, Hyder paid Maratha to turn them neutral and promised Nizam his share in conquered territories and converted Nizam into his ally. But later on, that trio party was broken because of the Hyder Ali. The same time, meanwhile, political disturbance emerged in Arcot. Now, Nizams of Hyderabad and Hyder Ali rushed towards Arcot to attack over in Arcot. But the king of Arcot had an alliance with the British, so British interfered between them. Now war was started. That war is called as the First Anglo-Mysore War. The battles took place in Tiruchinappalli, Tirunelveli and Ambur and in other places. Hyder Ali organized lightning attacks in these battles. The British military captured a few places, but Hyder Ali got suffered in some places. During that time, British military from Bombay joined the war. Hyder Ali considered the war as a challenge to his personal power and continued the war. His army reached Madras by 1769 and created panic among the British. Here, when war was going on, one of the troops from Bombay, they joined to British army. Troop from Bombay means British army only. One more army came and joined to my British army to continue the war with the Hyder Ali. That time, Tipu Sultan considered the war as a challenge to his personal power. Then also he continued the war and he took his army to Madras in the year 1769. When his army reached Madras, British got fear from the Hyder Ali and his attack. So finally, they entered an agreement with Hyder Ali through Madras Treaty. Like this, the first Anglo-Mysore War came to an end with the Treaty of Madras. Now we shall discuss about the second Anglo-Mysore War, which was fought between the British and the Mysore rulers between 1780 to 1784. The Madras Treaty had put the political developments in South India on a temporary hold. As you know that The first Anglo-Mysore War came to an end with the Treaty of Madras. As per the Madras Treaty, British and the Mysore rulers should help each other. They should not capture any one of the territory which belongs to them. But British made that treaty for temporary purpose to protect Madras from the Hyder Ali's army. But the British attempted to break the Madras Treaty and they were waiting for the good opportunity. That opportunity came from Madhav Rao, the Peshwa of Maratha, who attacked Srirangapatna with Maratha army. According to the Treaty of Madras, Hyder Ali was expecting that British will come and they will protect Mysore and Srirangapatna from Maratha army. But British not came, even though he requested to them. British rejected the demands of the Hyder Ali and went against the Madras Treaty. That is the main reason for the Second Anglo-Mysore War. The second reason is British also captured Mahe, which was the colony of French in India, and it was under the control of Hyder Ali. Due to these all the development, Hyder Ali got angry, and that angriness only the reason. Angliness only made the war. That war is known as the Second Anglo-Mysore War. In the Second Anglo-Mysore War, in the beginning, Hyder Ali gained upper hand in some places. He also captured many ports of Karnataka region and he attacked Kanchipuram and he captured it. Then he has taken his army till Coromandel beach. When his army reached to Coromandel beach, British officer became worried. They thought Hyder Ali will attack and they will capture South India. Later on, Hyder Ali also captured Arcot and he put threaten to the British that he will capture of Vandivash and Vellore. During that time, already British army was set up in South India under the leadership of Sir Arcot. That army followed to the Hyder Ali army till Pondicherry. When British army is following to the Hyder Ali army, that time Hyder Ali sought the help of French, but French refused to support Hyder Ali against the British. That is why Hyder Ali had changed his war strategy and he attacked which regions are coming under the British, and he also captured a large booty of arms and wealth. Later on, while coming back, British army under the leadership of Sir Arcot defeated Hyder Ali at Port Nova. Due to this, British confidence was increased and also changed the direction of the battle. The same time, British also got financial setback in Pulicat and Soliganur. Meanwhile, British entered Salbai agreement with the Marathas and they successfully winning over the Marathas and Nizams of Hyderabad to their side. It increased the support to the British to fight against the Mysore rulers. After death of Hyder Ali in the year 1782, Hyder Ali was died. After death of Hyder Ali, his son continued the war. When Hyder Ali was died, Tipu Sultan was waging war in Malabar region. When he came to know that his father was died against the British, and later on Tipu Sultan continued war, and British sought the death of Hyder Ali's advantage to invading over in Mangalore and Bidanur, so that they also tried to instigate the rulers of Calicut and Malabar regions against Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan sought the help of local rulers, and even though he thought of all these developments and decided to protect Mangalore and the coastal regions, so he defeated the British army in the western part of South India, and finally British did one more treaty with the Tipu Sultan. The treaty is called as Mangalore Treaty. Like this, the Second Anglo-Mysore War came to an end with the Treaty of Mangalore in the year 1784.